The days are so short at this time of year. If you want to find camp before it's dark, it's 5 o'clock and we don't have much daylight left. But what a beautiful spot by the creek again. Again, we are further into the mountains and there's a little bit more snow. But we got a half a moon. I don't know if that shows in the camera. And wow, what a beautiful view here. There's a dusting of snow in the mountains. It's just awesome. And as much as I want to make camp before it's dark, nah, we're gonna sit down and enjoy this. Good morning.
Yeah. I think you were up earlier. Oh, very good.
Well, good morning. We connected yesterday with Jason and Joy, and it was one of those where the cameras got put away and we just spent the afternoon and a long evening by the campfire. And at this time of year, it's dark for like 4 hours by the campfire. It was just awesome. It is pretty crisp this morning. It's -6, and we've discovered a bit of a problem with the diesel heater. That sucker is way too hot for this new quick pitch tent. It is well insulated, and what we ended up doing is we went to bed, warmed up the tent, and shut it off. And I forgot to check the temperature in the tent, would have stayed overnight, but it was quite comfortable. Cool, but comfortable. Oh, and slept so well. And then this morning, using the remote, fired it back up again, warmed it up for us to get up. It was just fantastic. So this morning, fire's going, got to get the coffee going, and we're gonna sit by the river and enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just found out from Jason we have an emergency this morning.
I pulled out my coffee and there's only 2 beans in here. Just 2.
We can perform first aid this morning. We got coffee. We got you. We got you.
It has been a slice.
Let's do this again.
I am down. I am down. Fall camping in November.
You guys drive safe.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
See you next time.
Take care.
along the road? Oh my word, yes.
Truck coming?
Copy.
Well, that's as good as you get.
And some of Monique's bacon jam in a bag. 2 burger
There you go.
for the burgers.
Yep.
It's gonna be goofy.
Goopy.
Some bag salad. Oh, that's a good burger. Really good. Yes, really good. Well, good morning. Another beautiful morning in the mountains. Now it looks like winter, but it doesn't really feel like winter. It barely froze if it did last night. but I am really struggling with that diesel heater. Again, it cooled off last night. We thought it was going to get cold, so I figured I'd put it on the lowest setting. And that quick pitch tent is warm. 1 o'clock in the morning, it's 24 degrees in there, just cooking, and turned it off again. That low remote sure is handy. When I woke up this morning, it was 0 degrees exactly, and in the tent it was +6. And that was a very comfortable temperature to sleep with. And this morning it's partly cloudy. There's this little bit of a wind that keeps coming in, and there's these gray clouds here that look like snow, to be honest. So I'm not sure what the day has in store for us. We've been on the road for 3 days now. And of course, there's no cell phone service, so there's no chance to check the forecast or figure out what's going on. So we're just taking it as it comes. I'm not even sure if we're going to make a fire this morning. It's warming up so nice. But first things first, coffee. Jean, do you need some sweetening? She's looking a little sour this morning.
Really?
Yesterday we connected with Jason and Joy from Overland Alberta, and we camped by the river. It was sunny and blue skies. It was just gorgeous. And of course we have a common interest in what we do and as YouTubers. So we got a chance to sit and get to know each other, and they are really nice people. We have a lot in common. They love the outdoors as much as we do, and I think they have the same issue as we do. You just can't get out enough. But by the time we were done telling stories and sharing ideas, it was 3 o'clock before we rolled, but it was sure enjoyable. So Jason and Joy, thank you for sharing that camp spot by the river, and some good memories are made. I'm putting the cream back in the fridge, and the job of the fridge at this time of year is not to keep things cool. It's to keep it from freezing. And it's set at a higher temperature so that the display still works and we can kind of gauge how cold it's getting in there. And right now it's perfect. It's at +2 degrees. Just as the sun is coming up, there's a bit of a breeze, cool breeze happening. So it's kind of a challenge to find a spot just well hidden in the trees so we stay a little bit warmer. Step one to making breakfast, melt the olive oil. We have olive oil paste. And it's not even cold. It's slick and a little bit icy, kind of like this, but I think we'll be okay. There's enough rock and gravel.
Okay. As long as there's rock and gravel.
I think we'll be, it's like this.
Okay, then we should be okay.
Okay.
Jason was talking about, eh?
Yeah, which is good. It's fairly substantial.
Jeez. I remember these.
We are at Margaret Lake, and there's been some changes. And on Remembrance Day, by the way, I forgot to put my poppy on. They have fenced the access. And there's a story behind that. I see the tracks on the lake. I do not like ice. And the wind is pushing the ice and you hear it cracking. It's pretty neat. But as I understand, Trails for Tomorrow put in that fence because this area is overused and it needs to be protected. And Jason was telling me, and Jason, you can correct me in the comments if I get this wrong, but he was telling me that Alberta Environment Protection was ready to close the trail to Margaret Lake because of the abuse. So Trails for Tomorrow stepped up, put in a fence, and they agreed to keep it open. But people have to respect that or we're going to lose this trail. And this is a beautiful place. I would imagine most of the issue is the erosion from this area, that all that mud washes into the lake. And Jason tells me that some people even went as far as to drive into the lake. So it's actions like that that are going to get our trails closed for all of us. So the way I see it, for as long as we follow the regulations, we'll have these places to enjoy for a long time. And this is a fun trail. So come enjoy, park on the other side of the fence and walk in. It's a beautiful walk.
Pretty good traction. It slipped a little bit, but not much. Oh, it's running up pretty good there.
What's up?
So there's always a point where the smart decisions as opposed to, let's do it anyway. I know we'd be fine, but somebody really spun up this hill. We saw a Bronco go by and he had no trouble. But we're late in the day and the sun's gone and the temperatures are dropping and this is gonna freeze. And we're a bit of a ways out. My concern is that it's gonna be a skating rink and there's some big hills. So I think we're making a decision to forego this part of the loop and we're gonna go back out the easy way. as much as I want to go this way. You're supposed to get smarter as you get older, right?
That's what they say.
And I'm getting way smarter, right?
Sure.
Okay, maybe we're turning around. It's slippery enough that it's hard to walk on right now because it's freezing. As we came out of Margaret Lake, there was some ruts with some water running in. That's going to turn to ice. Having a real tough time convincing myself to turn around now. But I think it's a smart decision. Well, sun's going down. It's time to hit the trunk road, air up, and go find a camp spot. One more night to enjoy. Well, this is home for the night. What do you think?
It's got lots of flavor. Not bad at all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It gets dark so quick at this time of year. It's only 6 o'clock and it is pitch black. Got a fire going, had a quick drink before supper, and the wind picked up. So it's actually not cold at all, but the wind just takes the heat off of you. So we're bundled up like it's winter when it's not even freezing. So hopefully this wind goes away here. We're gonna make some supper, some beef stroganoff for supper. So that'll be nice on a cooler night. Then we'll make camp and hopefully that wind dies down and we can enjoy a nice evening. Right now we're just shaded in the trees from the wind and it's not quite enough. It's a little too windy, but that's okay. We've had a wonderful few days. Snow, no snow, snow, and again, no snow. Just depends where you go in the mountains. Changes on a dime. We are caught between two weather systems. I took a picture. You can see the cloud line. I don't know if it comes through, but I think that's what's causing this wind. It's clear, starry sky on this side and big white thick clouds on that side. So hopefully it moves one way or the other and that wind goes away. But right now it's really windy. Well, the wind has picked up. We actually decided to put out the fire because the wind was just scattering all the embers all over the place. Didn't like that at all. Had a quick supper before it cooled off. I think it's time to clean up a little bit and make camp, and I think we're gonna make an executive decision. 7 o'clock bedtime. And I forgot to bring my book. It's self-deploying.
It is, isn't it?
Well, good morning. Last night we went to bed in a windstorm, and during the night it finally broke. Thinking back at the temperature we had, although it's warmer than I'm used to, I think that was a Chinook. But either way, slept very well. We have the fire going, it's nice and warm, the sun is coming up. It's time to enjoy a coffee.
Yeah.
There you go.